Welcome to our podcast on a day that redefined history, the 11th of September 2001. As the clock struck 8:46 a.m., the North Tower of the World Trade Center was hit, shaking New York City to its core. Can you take us back to that morning and describe the atmosphere, Alex?
Absolutely. I was in my apartment in Brooklyn, sipping on coffee when the news flashed. The first plane hitting the North Tower felt surreal, like a scene from a movie. I remember feeling a mix of disbelief and confusion, which quickly turned into fear as the second plane struck.
That's chilling. With the second hit, the realization dawned that this wasn't an accident. Many were unaware initially, thinking it was a tragic mishap. How did the media and government respond so rapidly to confirm it was a terrorist attack?
Right, the immediate response was crucial. Live broadcasts captured the chaos, and within minutes, the government identified it as a coordinated terrorist attack. The swift communication, despite the shock, was critical in mobilizing emergency services and informing the public.
As the towers burned, the Pentagon was struck at 9:37 a.m., cementing the severity of the attack. How did this expand the scale of the tragedy, Sarah?
The Pentagon attack signaled vulnerability at the heart of national defense. I remember an officer recounting how it felt like a missile hit. Moreover, Flight 93's crash in Pennsylvania, due to passengers' heroic efforts, prevented further devastation, highlighting both tragedy and heroism.
Indeed, the passengers' bravery on Flight 93 is both heartbreaking and inspiring, but some argue this was a failure of intelligence. How have security measures evolved since to prevent such lapses?
Post 9/11, significant reforms like the establishment of the Department of Homeland Security and TSA screenings were implemented. These measures, while sometimes criticized for being invasive, have undoubtedly heightened awareness and preparedness against potential threats.
Following the attacks, the world stood in solidarity with the US, yet it also sparked the controversial war on terror. How did international relations shift post 9/11, Mark?
The global landscape changed drastically. Countries united against terrorism, but the ensuing wars in Afghanistan and Iraq drew criticism. A friend in the military expressed the complexity of these missions, where victory wasn't just about defeating an enemy, but restoring stability.
True, the military interventions have been contentious. Some argue they fueled further unrest. What are your thoughts on the effectiveness of these efforts?
It's a mixed bag. While certain objectives, like dismantling al-Qaeda, were achieved, the long-term impacts on regional stability are debated. Moving forward, a focus on diplomacy and counterterrorism intelligence could provide more sustainable solutions.
As we reflect on 9/11, it's vital to discuss its enduring legacy. How has this day reshaped American society and its values, Emma?
The sense of loss and unity reshaped national identity. Stories of everyday heroes emerged, fostering a spirit of resilience. My neighbor, a first responder, often shares how this experience deepened his community ties and commitment to service.
That's profound. However, some argue the increased security and surveillance have eroded civil liberties. How do we balance safety with freedom?
It's a delicate balance. While security is paramount, protecting civil rights is crucial. Continuous dialogue and policy refinement can help maintain this balance. As we advance, it's essential to honor 9/11 by striving for a society that values both security and freedom equally.